Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your April 2021 mid-month general readings. We are looking at the last 2 weeks of April, and this reading is for the water sign of Pisces. Welcome, everyone. I hope you're all well, safe, healthy, sane, moving through the year. Thanks for taking the time to tune into this video, for any of the videos, really. Thanks for all that you do, even if it's just taking the time to watch my YouTube videos and hit that subscribe button. It really does help. Thanks for your likes, shares, subscribes, your donations, feedback, comments, reaching out for a personal reading. Thank you so much for each and any little thing that you do in support of this channel, and I hope that it is returned to you. So this reading is for the water sign of Pisces for the last 2 weeks of April 2021. That's if your sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign is in Pisces. It's also relevant if you're cross-watching for a Piscean as well. Of course, general readings always going to resonate a little differently, although the fundamental energy remains the same. So if you know all of your signs, sun, moon, rising, and Venus, watch them all because each one can bring in additional perspective and a little bit of extra insight, which can be helpful. If you find that any of the readings do resonate with you and you'd like to reach out for a personal reading or information, maybe take a deeper look at something, you can click on the description link below, click on that little arrow. You'll see my email address there, Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. Feel free to email me directly. I can usually respond within the same day with more information. I do offer a wide variety of readings and overviews in all areas of life. So email me if you're interested. I'd be delighted to hear from you. I do readings full-time, so I'm pretty diligent about getting personal readings set up as quickly as possible. Email me. I'd be happy to work with you. Okay, Pisces, let's see what the last 2 weeks of April have in store for you. I am using the Tarot of Dreams and clarifying with Gateway to the Divine. Okay, Pisces, we begin with taking a step back. The Four of Swords, the Ace of Swords, the Seven of Swords, the King of Wands, the Ten of Wands, the Ten of Swords, from the bottom of the deck, the overall energy is the Lovers. So this is about a relationship at a crossroads in terms of whether this relationship is going to go or go anywhere. Let me pull another card. The Queen of Cups, there you are, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Five of Cups, disappointment, regret. Although not all is lost, but some is. So this is definitely about a relationship at a crossroads, which is what the Lovers represents. A decision needs to be made that's going to, it's either about the future of the relationship or that will significantly affect the future of the relationship. This is a decision that you're being called to make. There's disappointment and regret here. You know, 3 cups have spilled out, although you still have 2. So it implies that not all is lost, but it really depends on what you want. We do have the Ten of Wands and the Ten of Swords here as well, which is about, you know, 10s represent cycles coming to an end or needing to come to an end. The 10 represents the fulfillment of the energy, the most of the energy in that suit, fire and air, which is mental and, you know, that passion. 10 of Wands is feeling overburdened and overwhelmed and the cycle needing to come to an end or drawing to a close. The 10 of Swords is betrayal, heartache, deep disappointment. The Seven of Swords, which is my undercover, hidden motives or sneaky doing things off the grid, which can be positive or negative. And it's with the King of Wands, which is who I feel the other person in this relationship is. Might be Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. This is similar to your sister sign Scorpio's reading. They actually had the Emperor in theirs. So it could be an Aries for some of you. One could read this as, you know, infidelity or cheating. And it might be that, you know, it feels like this is cyclical in nature, and perhaps you thought that things were going to change, but some things happened, meaning the same thing that happened before is happening now, or the same source of argument is happening now. and you're just like kind of like feeling at the end of your rope. It might be infidelity or cheating, although I'm not really getting much of that. If it is, it's only for some of you. But it feels like whatever is an unhealthy part of the cycle of this relationship has come up yet again. I don't feel like there's a lack of care or love between the two of you. It feels like there's some new information, or you've heard something or seen something, and it just makes you feel tired. I mean, we have the four of, and you like you're taking a step back. You're maybe withdrawing, or being secluded, or being to yourself, or just not communicating all that much if you're together or live together or something like that. But the Four of Swords and the Four of Wands both speak of being at the end of your rope and feeling really weary, just feeling overburdened and feeling weary, needing to take a step back, needing to rest, recuperate, get a different perspective. What do I do? Because there's been some kind of an epiphany here with the Ace of Swords, something being revealed or new, or seeing something in the absolute reality of what it is. The Ace of Swords is a card that is associated with success that comes from complete clarity and illumination. It can be difficult to take, though. I was saying in a reading the other day, the Ace of Swords sometimes can be like the cold, hard truth. The Ace of Swords represents seeing something in a new light, but it's seeing it for the absolute reality of what it is, not what you wish it was, not what you've been telling yourself it is, but actually what it is. And sometimes if what it is not pleasant or not what you want, seeing it in that reality can be difficult. But in that energetic space, in that epiphanic, oh, I see this for what it really is now, you have the opportunity to make choices and decisions that could create a healthier reality for yourself. And that's where the potential success of the Ace of Swords comes in. This does not feel like a new situation, Pisces. This feels like an old situation that you have been in for quite some time with this person. And you may have thought maybe there had been some changes recently, or that there was going to be some changes, but it's come down to the same thing again. And there's this sense of, oh, so this is what it is. So this is what it's going to be. What do I do? In the middle here, we have the Four of Swords and the King of Wands. So the King of Wands is either doing something sneaky or underhanded, or he has hidden motives, or something he's not telling you, because, you know, the Seven of Swords is a card of concealment. But I feel like you're seeing right through it here with the Ace of Swords. Let's clarify that Seven of Swords. What's being hidden? Could also be that what some of you are seeing in its absolute reality, you're not talking about yet to this other person. Clarify the Seven of Swords. The Hanging Man. So we're looking at what's being hidden, the Hanging Man. Somebody who's not taking action, who's watching things play out, trying to gain more information. The Four of Pentacles, in the meantime, not giving out, kind of being closed off, guarded, protective. This King of Swords individual, the King of Wands individual, who's manifesting as the other person in this relationship, Pisces. Some of you, he may be watching you and waiting for something in order to make a decision, but not giving out in the meantime. Let me pull some more cards. Seven of Swords again. Queen of Cups. There you are again. Death. The Seven of Cups. The illusion has been burst. Yeah, the final ending of the Seven of Cups, the illusion. The Seven of Cups is a dreamy, illusionary, dreamy, fantasizing, building castles in the sky, looking at something only through the lens of the most perfect outcome and possibility. There's nothing wrong with that. We all need to have dreams. But this is not a realistic card. And this is basically the death of a dream, or the death of the illusion of what you've been telling yourself this relationship is, what you've been telling yourself this relationship will go to, this place I want it to go to if I just stick around, if I whatever, fill in the blank. But I feel like this King of Wands knows this. I feel like I feel like for a lot of you, what's being hidden, meaning what the King of Wands isn't telling you, is that the thing that you want, which is likely some kind of a certain commitment or something of that sort, the King of Wands doesn't have any intention of doing that, of giving you what you want or allowing this relationship to proceed any further, or giving you anything more than he's already given, keeping you hanging for some of you, because that's what he needs to do to make himself feel safe. This looks like somebody who feels like, who may relate true giving and true commitment to something fearful or toxic in his past, and so he can't bring himself to cross that line with another person. But there's love and caring between the two of you, and he obviously likes what he gets from this relationship with you, he or she, you can reverse that. But none of this he's willing to tell you. For some of you, this is somebody who doesn't want to tell you that he's not going to give you what you want or make that sort of commitment or whatever it is. It's kind of like you want to get married and you know that he's maybe had bad marriage or bad experience or something in the past, and you just figure if you just stay and you just act like this great person, that eventually he'll overcome that because of you and it'll happen. But for some of you, this looks like this person knows that, and he's not going to cross that line, but he also doesn't want to tell you because he thinks you would leave then. But I think this is something that you quite recently you're already seeing. And, this is a general reading, so the details and specifics of whatever it is that you want out of this relationship is going to vary. But for many of you, it feels like the King of Wands isn't going to give you that, doesn't want to. He equates it with something bad or toxic, maybe from his past. But he doesn't want to tell you that because he thinks that just to have you hear it would be the thing that does end it. But the thing is I think you're already coming to or have come to that bubble being burst already. And that's what making you feel kind of, really tired and weary and like, I'm tired. I want this to be over. That's kind of what I'm getting. And again, it's kind of similar to Scorpios, except without a lot of the toxic devil card energy that showed up there. Let's clarify the Ace of Swords, this new knowledge or new epiphany or illumination. The Emperor. Is this an Aries? Emperor showed up for Scorpios too. The Ten of Swords. Betrayal, heartache, heartbreak. The betrayal here, though, I know when I say betrayal in a relationship, most people jump immediately to infidelity, and that might be the case for some of you. But I'm actually, for more of you, getting something that's more along the lines of a letdown again, a disappointment again, and realizing maybe even once and for all that, what you want out of this relationship, where you envisioned this relationship going, it's just not going to go there. Or that's how you feel right now, and you feel like there's just no hope here for this relationship to go where you want it to go. And you may have expressed that to this other person, but I don't feel this other person, while he might get nervous or insecure or scared about it, it doesn't feel like it's sunk in or he's really grasped the idea that, you might just very well kind of leave. Clarify the Ten of Wands and the Ten of Swords. Because this is like, I'm at my wit's end. And not in a huge blow-up sort of way. It's just like you're too tired even for that. It's just kind of like sort of a hopeless sort of feeling. Which, it feels sad. It feels heavy to me because it does actually feel like there's genuine love and caring between the two of you. Where's the relationship going to go? The whole energy of this last 2 weeks of April for you, Pisces, is what am I going to do? If this is how I feel it's actually going to be, what am I going to do about that? Am I going to stay? Will that chip away pieces of who I am and my own true alignment? Usually it does. What do I do? Clarify. Ten of Wands, Ten of Swords. Ten of Wands is clarified by the Ten of Wands. You are really like, the Ten of Wands is about somebody who's carrying a burden so heavy they can't even stand up straight, and it's this cycle is ending. It needs to come to an end. It's about feeling overburned and overburned and overburdened and overwhelmed, and it's just I've been carrying this too long. It's time for me to put this down. Clarify the Ten of Swords, because we have the Ten of Swords twice, we have the Ten of Wands twice. This is like being utterly disappointed and let down, like for the 100th too many times. What's the source of the Ten of, well, I don't know if I should clarify that. It's going to be different for everyone in a general reading. It's this person disappointing you in some way or another again and again and again, but giving you just enough to think that there's always hope for change, but that bubble, I think, has been burst. The Eight of Wands, communication, travel. The Knight of Swords also rushing in and out. Knights are known for doing that. Knights are all about having a mission and a quest, and as soon as they get that mission and quest, they're off and running, and they're obsessively focused on accomplishing that. And then when they do, they have their eye on the next mission and quest, and they're off on something else, in and out and in and out and in and out. That's, for many of you, it's some version of that. This person in and out of your life, or not having the kind of commitment or responsibility to the relationship that you want them to and you feel they should, because they're in and out, and they view that kind of a commitment as some kind of prison, or which likely means they're linking it to some negative experience or relationship in their past. But that's what I'm seeing here. And it's kind of like the person, maybe you felt like, oh, things have been changing. Maybe if they have a tendency to come and go, maybe with the pandemic for the last year or so, you've thought, well, maybe now, because we've been, in all this time together and all this, that but then they come in and say, oh, so I'm leaving next month and I'm going to whatever, whatever it is. The nature of what this is in a general reading is going to vary. Everyone has different individual lives and relationships, but it's fundamentally, it lacks stability and security in the way that you need your relationship to be. And I think that you've been telling yourself a variety of different things all of this time to keep yourself here for all of this time, but I don't feel like you can do that anymore. And so therein is the dilemma, what to do. Let's just pull some guidance and advice or final messages from Spirit for Pisces on what to do or how to navigate through this period of time. And it's a short period of time, just 2 weeks. So let's see what Spirit has to guide you through this. Last half of April, Pisces. The Six of Wands. The Six of Cups. The Hierophant. See what's behind that. The Hermit in reverse. Okay, don't isolate. Actually, your advice and guidance, at least for this 2-week period of time, doesn't appear to be making any specific decisions about the relationship itself. It appears to be more about taking care of yourself, because the Hermit in reverse, don't isolate. And the other 3 cards are actually about connecting and being with people, places, and situations that you feel really good to, that you feel are kind of like your tribe, your family, your community, things that give you a sense of security and reassurance and stability, connecting with that, connecting with them, your friends, your family, your religious or spiritual path, kindred spirit, surrounding yourself with that, surrounding yourself with people who actually look at you as if you are special and valuable and unique and, someone to be appreciated. Because I feel like this relationship over time has left you feeling insignificant and marginalized. And you're being asked for at least this 2-week period of time to surround yourself with people, places, and situations that make you feel stable, make you feel secure, give you that sense of reassurance, and also the sense of being visible, of being seen, of being recognized and acknowledged in a positive way, and not to isolate yourself. Also, perhaps to give you healthy feedback. I think I'm going to stop it there, Pisces. Pisces, that is your reading for the last 2 weeks of April. Like some of the readings, sometimes around relationship issues, this is how it works. Not the brightest of readings, not horrible, but and probably something your intuition has been poking you about anyway. But I hope that what we've seen here, Pisces, has been useful to you. Again, if this resonated with you, if you'd like to reach out for a personal reading, take a deeper look at something, click on the description link below for contact details. Email me directly at Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I'd be delighted to hear from you. I will see you all again in a couple of weeks for the May general readings. Stay safe and well until then. Be blessed, be strong, take it easy, hang out with some people that love you, safely, of course, however your situation is. And I will see you again in a couple of weeks. Take care. Bye-bye.